we finished it. It's at a Vista. We're putting that out. But then after that, there's a Childish Gambino album, like the final Childish Gambino album.
Okay,
Yeah.
Pause for a second.
Yeah. Okay. I just dropped a big
steps.
Yeah, we'll do it in steps.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And there was something else you said about a new project.
Yeah.
What are you fucking talking about?
You sound like every fan on Reddit, like right now. It's just like, what the hell? You know,
we've been asking for it so long.
You have. I mean, like, well, this project is for you guys. Honestly, this project is. I swear, like, this project. You know, I just wanted to say thanks because I feel like my fans have been so patient, and I feel like they've been starving, and they're great fans. They're like some of my favorite people. And that's hard. Some people get fans and they don't like them, right. You know, and I feel like my fans, I really love them. And this project is for them. And it's like, you know, I started working on this film called Bando Stone in the New World. And I always loved soundtracks. Like, you know, I love the Batman soundtrack that Prince did. I love the Batman Forever soundtrack. You know, soundtracks were a big thing in the 90s. And this last Childish Gambino album is a soundtrack to this film. So, and it's for, you know, my fans.
That sounds exciting.
It's great. I love it. I think it sounds great.
Is this a Childish Gambino project, though, just to reiterate?
This is, like, it's an original soundtrack done by Childish Gambino.
That's amazing. I cannot wait for this. This is
nice. It's really cool.
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright. The same spark that lights the dark so that you can know your left from your right. I am the ballad in your box, the bullet in the gun, the inner glow that let you know to call your brother son. The story that just begun, the promise of what's to come. And I'ma remain a soldier till the war is won. Chop, 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 judo flip. Chop, 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 judo flip. Chop, chop, chop.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back. And I say welcome back to yet another YouTube video, y'all. So, y'all know I've been a fan of Childish Gambino for as long as almost 11, 12 years now. And it's been an amazing ride. So, you know, he announced basically that his next 2 albums will be his last. That is disappointing. But he also said this a while back. I don't really remember when it was, 2017, 18. When he said, oh, the next Gambino album will be my last or whatever. Something like that. He announced that at a concert. But it turns out it wasn't his last. You know, he dropped 3/15/20. You know what I'm saying? So it turns out that, you know, Waking My Love wasn't the last album. It wasn't the final album. So of course, he dropped something afterwards, right? So, you know, he announced, he kind of faked out his retirement just a while back, right? But this morning or last night, right, he went on the radio, right, to drop some new music. You know what I'm saying? I was anticipating that because it was apparently he announced that, you know, he was going to drop some new music in the radio show, right? And, you know, he dropped Human Sacrifice finally, right? That song has been awaited by Gambino fans for a long time. Surprising that it wasn't on the 3/15/20 album, but that should be on one of the albums that we'll be talking about a bit later on. So, he announced that 3/15/20, right, that album will be getting a re-release. And it's going to be much more updated and much more finished than 3/15/20. And my main criticism with 3/15/20 was that it was too overproduced. It was a bit too much really going on for me to really kind of enjoy it, if that makes any sense. It was my least favorite Gambino album I think I've ever listened to, really. And that's just me being honest. He has some hits on there that I really did enjoy, like Littlefoot Bigfoot and 1238, I believe, with 21 Savage. I love that song. That's one of my favorite Gambino songs of all time. And it's on my least favorite Gambino album. So hopefully this re-release, the more updated version, maybe it'll be, it'll be much more, polished, I guess, which that's what he states. I also thought the numbers for the titles, the timestamps of the album as the titles of the songs was a bit kind of like, I don't know, it really made me lose connection with the album when it came to naming the songs, the timestamps of the album. That's creative, but in hindsight, that's not really something I'm into. You know what I mean? So hopefully we'll get the names of each song just so I can pick out which one is my favorite officially now. And apparently it was supposed to be the original. He revealed that the original name of 31520 was going to be Alta Vista. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what that means, but that's lit. So the next album that he said that he's going to create is it's a soundtrack. You know what I mean? In the interview, right, in the radio interview, he said that soundtrack albums used to be really just, it used to be big, you know what I'm saying? It was really out there. It was like, it was big. Like, he compared it to Prince's Batman album from, I think 1989, I believe. Basically Prince made, of course, the soundtrack to the Batman movie with Michael Keaton back in the day. And yeah, that was a hit. So he kind of brought that up, saying that this is going to be one of those soundtrack albums. And, he's kind of bringing soundtrack albums back in a way. And it will serve, again, along with his upcoming film, Bando, Storm, and the New World. That's going to be interesting. All right, I don't really know what else to really say about that one. We'll probably see Human Sacrifice on that album. And, yeah. So, if y'all really want my thoughts, I'll give them to you. I don't know how to feel because this is his two last projects. And I'm going to be real, a re-release of 31520. I'm not really looking forward to that one too much. Not really looking forward to that one too much because that's a re-release. It may be updated, maybe a deluxe edition, maybe it may have like a Chris Brown deluxe type deal when it's like 11 new tracks to the point where it's like a whole new album, a whole new part 2 of an album, maybe something like that. If that's the case, then yeah, I would love that. But if it's like the old songs and a few songs sprinkled in and some of the old songs kind of updated a bit, tweaked, hopefully to, of course, improving, I kind of don't really want that because especially if it's going to be his last 2 projects, right? If it's going to be his last 2 projects, I kind of want nothing but original content. You know what I mean? Nothing but original content. 31520 had its run. It did what it did. For your last 2 projects, I don't really want a re-release. You know what I mean? Me personally, I don't really want a re-release. I just want completely new projects for your final 2 albums of your entire career. Don't get me wrong. If he didn't say, you know what I mean, these are going to be the last 2 albums of his entire career, I would be like, all right, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Re-released an updated version of a previous album. You know what I mean? I would have had a better reaction to that. But considering this will be his last 2, bro, it's like, dang. He could say them 2 for original albums, man. And the soundtrack album. Honestly, soundtrack albums, like he said to Prince Batman, that was a great album. Great soundtrack album. But if I take away, I'm kind of imagining this, right? In my own bubble, right? I'm taking soundtrack out of that sense and just put his next album. It makes me feel better. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean? Like, album. And Donald seems to really be supportive of what he's created so far. He seems to enjoy it. So, let's see. Let's see. I love Donald Glover with a passion. I don't know him, right? But I've always loved his work, his personality, and he's so talented, and I can't wait to see what this is going to bring. And of course, I'm gonna watch the movie Bando Storm in the New World. I don't know what this project is. I guess he just announced it. It's newly announced, of course, so nobody really knows, really. So I'm interested to see how will the songs line up with the movie. You know what I'm saying? Soundtracks really can really make or break a film. In all honesty, I know a lot of people don't really care about the soundtracks, but Shark Tale, Shrek 2, Spider-Man 2, bro, great soundtracks. Not even gonna cap. That was the end of the movie. I hope. I said movie. Video. I'm stumbling. So I hope y'all really enjoyed it, and I can't wait for Childish Gambino's new and unfortunately final few tracks. I'm gonna miss Childish Gambino after these two albums. I'm gonna miss him because Gambino has helped me through middle school, bro. Really has. And if it wasn't for him, Miles Morales possibly wouldn't be here. So thank God for him, because I love Miles Morales. I got all the original books in there, all of them. Gambino, I'm riding with you, bro. I can't wait to see what you're gonna create. And